The award-winning series The Americans returns for season 2. I'm Julia Melin, and I had a chance to catch up with the stars on the red carpet for Hollywood TV. Check it out. How is it getting the show picked up for a second season? Are you excited?
Yeah, it was great to do it again, and I think one of the cool things you get to do on TV, especially cable TV, is you just get this short, concentrated exploration of these characters. But it's so different than doing a movie because it's over in 2 hours, and here we get 13 hours of it, but it's not the full 22, so it's like just the perfect amount to me. And you get to, develop the character a little bit more than you do.
How do you think that your character is going to change or is changing from the first season to the second season?
I think the main difference for my character this year is just that she's more vulnerable. I think she's been knocked in a really severe way. She was shot, and I think more than that, she just, in her newfound intimacy within her relationship and her family, you're more vulnerable to the outside world. You're more vulnerable to losing something in a way that she wasn't before. So I think that's the main difference.
And how about your marriage? How does it change? Does it become more real, less real?
I think it becomes more real, and I think it makes it harder. It brings up a lot more emotion for them as professionals, as operatives.
This year they're a lot more of a united front. The complexity comes with the children and how they're becoming a lot more inquisitive as their years roll on. So as a couple, they're navigating those sort of turbulencies really, and as they grow closer, they evolve into this real relationship. The other elements like the honey trapping for information, the marriage, all that becomes a lot more complex within the marriage.
And you play a KGB spy. I mean, people should know that by now.
I hope so.
And how is that with the audience? Why are people so obsessed with spies?
I think espionage is an age-old, theme that everyone's there's this perennial intrigue and mystery about it. We don't know what they do. We don't know what really goes on. So there's that intrigue that never really goes away. And with the sort of, it's ever evolving as well, especially in this day and age where shows like Homeland, where you put the enemy within. Although we're doing it 20, 30 years ago. It's fascinating, I think, especially when you put something like that on a domestic front, or you combine the two, which is what we do. I think it makes it a lot more human.
And do you actually become a spy, or you can't say?
I can't say, or else I'd have to kill you.
Okay, so don't tell me. I would like to stay alive until after the premiere.
Me too.
And how was it working with Keri and Matt in the first season? You already had experience of working with them a whole first season. Now you got picked up for a second one.
Well, I mean, just being picked up was absolutely amazing, especially since it's my first time doing something like this. But working with Keri and Matt is like a blessing. Like, really, I'm so lucky to be working with them. They're just so talented and so down to earth and genuine and nice. Like, there's not enough words to describe how amazing they are. So it's just like, I don't know, it's a real gift.
Do you feel being picked up for a second season? Is it exciting to have a party to celebrate?
It's so nice. This is the first job I've ever come back to. I've never done a series where, so leaving usually is it's like the end of camp. You say goodbye, you never know when you see each other again. And so to come back for a second season with the same crew and the same cast is an amazing, familial, wonderful, warm feeling. It's really nice.
Do you not get tired of each other? Are there any people that you're like, I wish I didn't have to work with that person?
You know what? It sounds like baloney, but there really is not a one. We have such a good group of people.
Not even the catering?
No,
crew.
the catering is great this year, actually. The food is really good. Maybe a little too good.